Hello everyone, welcome back to MAXKGO RC. Today is a special day for me, not necessarily because of the ESCs I'm going to show you, rather mainly because of what one of these ESCs will help me bring back to life, but all in good time. These high voltage AM32 ESCs were sent to me by MAXKGO for review and testing, and despite their insistence on me doing an unboxing video, I absolutely hate that shit and pretty much refuse to do one, so this is what you get instead, and I feel like it would be a good deal more useful and interesting. As far as I understand, MAXKGO provide more budget-friendly alternatives to high-end stuff, supposedly without compromising on the quality, and I have to be honest, looking at these two units here, I would have to agree based on visuals alone. These are looking very clean, very well put together. I only hope they would work just as well. The heatsinks are pretty neat, so are the soldering pads, and I'm impressed by the size too. The 120 amp one is slightly smaller compared to the 200 amp one, but both are pretty compact for these ratings. I just hope they can actually deliver, even though I'm not sure if I have anything that would be able to max them out. I will give it my best shot. Just for scale, here is a Turnigy Bolt X 300 mAh cell, which is small, and you can see the ESCs are not much bigger. They do come with some heat shrink and the signal cables, and also these QR codes, which when scanned would send you to the user manual for each ESC. Contrary to what you might assume, the smaller QR code is actually for the larger ESC's manual. So this 120 amp 12S puppy will have to drive this 89mm Wemotec EDF unit. Now, Wemotec. I would assume the majority of people have never heard of them. Well, let me tell you this. The 12-year-old links in my blog to this EDF's and thrust tubes listings on their website are still the same, still working, the only ones in fact that are still working from all in my post, and they still sell these 12 years after I got it, and who knows how long since they began offering them. That is what I call consistency and dedication to the craft, which are essentially the result of quality, a timeless product. So much else has been done and forgotten, yet these niche items are still around. Now this EDF's home is this StarMax F-16 jet, an awesome plane for an awesome EDF unit and hopefully an awesome ESC. The reason why I haven't flown this thing in years is because the last time I tried, it suffered an incident, and the cause of that incident is this, the K-Force 100 amp 6S ESC. Just as I throttled up and threw the plane, the ESC blipped for a second, cutting throttle for only a second, but that was enough to kill the speed and the plane nosed in the ground, breaking a few things. I was very disappointed, so I put it in a corner somewhere until now. Thanks to MAXKGO and Hobby King, who actually supplied the battery pack I will be using, this plane will rise again, hopefully will not end up crashed soon after though. And no, before you get any ideas, I will not be FPVing it. This machine was meant to be a light aerobatic performer, and for the most part it was. This plane spent most of its time doing Harrier, despite not having vectored thrust, and I hope to see it do that again. But let's get back to the ESC. I took some measurements and soldered cables. From the ESC to motor I used 12 AVG, from battery to ESC I used 10 AVG, as they are also much longer. The provided heat shrink tubing worked well. And this is the moment of truth. I have the 6S Bolt X battery powering the ESC. Nothing burned out when I plugged it in initially, so I take that as a good sign. Then I have a servo tester with its own power, since this ESC does not have a BEC. The ESC is then in turn connected to the Wemotec unit, which it initially spun in reverse, but that is easily fixed by swapping two of the phase wires from the ESC to the EDF unit. Applying throttle got the EDF spinning, a 12-year-old unit. Still works as smoothly as the day I got it. I was so happy. The start is a bit strong, so I will have to figure out how to get into the settings and adjust a few things, but this seems to work very well on the bench. Since I have somehow misplaced my power meter a long time ago, I am waiting on a new one, should be here soon, but at this time I can't really say how many amps were going through the system at full power, but the ESC was not even a little warm. And when mounted in the plane, it will be getting plenty of cooling since it is right in front of the EDF unit, so I have no worries it will overheat. A short time later, this set found its way into the plane, I closed and taped everything, so all I have to do now before getting this puppy in the air is to provide power for the servos, since I was using a 2S lithium-ion polymer battery pack for that purpose before. Not sure that one is still alive, I will have to test it. I also have to apply a bit of glass and epoxy to the nose where it was broken to reinforce it so it will take the weight of the battery without issues and without running the risk of it breaking on rougher landings, as this plane is a belly lander. Opted out of the landing gear for weight savings years ago when I built it. If you'd like to stay up to date on this project, make sure you are subscribed and also do hit the bell, that way you will get notified when new videos are published. Links to all the gear used can be found in the description below, and using those to do your shopping will help support this channel at no additional cost to you. Big thanks to MAXKGO for providing the ESCs, big thanks to Hobby King for providing the battery, and also huge thanks to my YouTube members, Patreon supporters and everyone who has and still is supporting this channel, which has kept me in the hobby this long. Happy flying, and I will see you soon.